India feeds the world to one standard, and its own people to another. This is the gap between them.
India ships its finest food to the world. Europe, America, Japan, and every shipment must clear their limits, far stricter than the food left on India's own shelves.
Take one fungicide, tricyclazole, on basmati rice. India allows 3 parts per million. Europe allows 0.01, 300 times higher.
In 2024, India raised a default pesticide limit tenfold for spices. The regulator called the reports false and malicious and says its standards match the global codex. Independent labs counter that detected residues climbed from 23% to 36% in 5 years.
Europe is tightening its limits on tea. 40 million kilograms of Assam tea a year now risk rejection. Tea that is perfectly legal on an Indian shelf.
The home standard is barely policed. A federal audit found 53% of food licenses issued on incomplete papers. Most state labs held no accreditation at all.
3 years, 500,000 samples, 88,000 penalties, 3,600 convictions, about 4 in 100.
India now tests 450,000 samples a year. About a quarter fail to conform. Most of that is mislabelled or substandard. The truly unsafe share runs 3 to 5%.
Some of it is poison. In 2024, turmeric in Patna measured up to 2,274 micrograms of lead per gram, 227 times the limit. The lead is added on purpose, a chromate pigment to brighten the yellow.
It can be fixed. After testing and crackdowns, turmeric with detectable lead fell from 47% to 0 in 2 years. Children's blood lead dropped with it.
A national survey failed a quarter of edible oil samples on quality. In one mustard oil batch, 10 of 15 carried argemone, a toxic weed seed oil.
Milk takes the blame, often unfairly. The 2018 survey found 93% of samples safe. The real hazard there was aflatoxin, a mold toxin, over the limit in nearly 6%.
Follow the export lane. To kill microbes for foreign buyers, Indian exporters used ethylene oxide, a sterilizing gas banned in food inside India itself. In May 2024, the Spices Board banned ethylene oxide across the export chain. The ban was needed because the gas had been in use.
A legal door connects the 2 lanes. Export units may sell up to 1/5 of their output back into the Indian market. Then the export lane cracked. On the 5th of April, 2024, Hong Kong found ethylene oxide, a Group 1 carcinogen, in 4 spice blends from MDH and Everest, 2 of India's biggest names. Singapore recalled one. Nepal and the Maldives banned them outright. Both companies deny using the gas. India's own regulator tested their factories and found none. The food was rejected abroad by a strict bar and cleared at home by a weaker one. This runs deeper than 2 brands. India is the single largest source of Europe's food safety alerts for herbs and spices, almost a quarter of them. American inspectors refused roughly 2,700 Indian food shipments in 16 months. The leading reason? Salmonella. Indian shrimp keeps failing on banned antibiotics. 2024 hit an 8-year high for U.S. rejections by an industry tally,
India the largest single source. So the lanes meet. Food too contaminated to export does not always disappear. The channels to send it home exist, and regulators now warn about how rejected food gets disposed of. The strict bar caught the carcinogen. The home bar would have waved it through. The people who grow the world's food eat to the weaker standard. 2 labels, 1 country. The fix is not complicated. 1 standard, enforced for everyone. The turmeric cleanup already proved it works.
India can hold the world to a high bar. It can hold that same bar for the people at home. Read the label.